And we're live, it looks like. Welcome back to another Thursday night jam with RCJesus and SASquatch. We will be hanging out tonight. Chris has some cool printing stuff going on he's messing around with. And I've got a fun new toy that we will unbox. Well, I say new. It's new, but it's an old model. Geez, probably 10 to 15 years it's been around now. RC4WD Drive has had the 4200 XL 12th scale excavator available for a long time. And it's been around so long now that they pretty well perfected it. And it comes with a bunch of extra stuff it never used to back in the day. You can fit all of my 360L 14th scale buckets on it. Because even though it says 12th scale, it fits right in with 14th. And the price has gotten so low, you can get one shipped to you, pay for it for less than $2,000 now for a working piece of heavy equipment that's all hydraulic and metal. So we'll unbox that. It's cheap enough that I just couldn't pass it up at this point because it doesn't hurt to have a second excavator. Then the kiddo and I, or buddies and I, can be excavating together. An excavator is the most useful one. It's the one I tell everybody to buy first because you can do so much with it. You can get a ripper for it and rip. You can load trucks. You can dig pits, trenches, whatever. You can use the blade right and actually level like a bulldozer will. So they're the way to go. Hey, what's up, Stacy? How's it going? And Chris, you can show them what you're digging into, I guess, while I start getting this big bastard out of the box.
I am working on a bunch of different things, but what I'm currently working on is the Defender Customs. Defender Customs, yeah.
Yeah.
Defender Customs service truck bed. So I've got it a whole pile of parts over here, but I did got the bed printed pretty much. So that's the bed. I gotta do all the framing underneath, assembly right now. So it's got a full functioning crane. So it's, oh God, so much shit. Okay. It's got a full functioning crane on it. It's the 360, telescoping up and down, winch, the whole works. So I'm working on that assembly right now. Pretty much all the parts printed. I've got all but one actuator. That's what I'm waiting on right now. I have a bunch of actuators, but the one actuator I didn't have, I had to order. It was a weird length one. So you guys have seen these little guys are still uses these. And yeah, so I'm fucking right now. So this is the bottom of the crane part. So he designed it where you actually have to put in, it's like 50 3-mil ball bearings all the way around, and then sandwich the plate for a sluice bearing. So that's got a full 360 spin. And then I can't remember what these are called, but it's got the wire pass through. So it's got the little fingers in it. So this can spin as many times as you want, and the wires don't.
Yeah,
spin
I
with
can't
it.
remember the name either. What's up, Ron?
Yeah,
How's it going, buddy?
I should look. It's probably right in front of me. Slip ring connector.
Slip ring. Yep,
so,
that's it.
Yep. So it's got a slip ring connector in there. So that passes through. So yeah, I'm just bolting this all together, waiting for the actuator to come in so that I can finish building it out. But yeah, the
Shut up. Get your tire and go entertain yourself, please.
goes inside.
Did you freeze again?
Inside there. There we go. So the spin arm, it bolts in here. So all the little pieces. Anyway, that's what I'm working on.
Okay. Nice. I can't wait to see you finish that thing because those beds are dope. So when you get these, I got mine. It's RC4WD Drive. JD Models is actually the company that builds them, but RC4WD Drive is the one that sells them. And you always get this sheet. It tells you to, check everything out, blah, 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 newsletter if you need help. But something new that they haven't been doing for many years that is quite nice and rather shocking is this. It looks fairly multi-language one. Okay, how many languages? We're getting manuals now. Basically, for years you bought one of these and it came with a sheet of paper that says, if you're not experienced in RC, you're fucked and you shouldn't have bought this. It's pretty awesome, actually. Of course, it didn't say that verbatim, but that's what it said. So this has 1, 2, 3,
It
4.
insinuated it.
Yeah, 4 languages. It's a quick start guide is more of an accurate than term than a manual from what I'm looking at. And now I'm also noticing now they rate it at 1/14th. Oh, how things change over the years. But it is known as the 4200 XL Earth Digger. And in this manual here, it's got your connect the battery and how to add oil with even some pictures. Usually you didn't even get that stuff. You just had to figure out where the oil tank was and how it went in and how much. Dylan, come on, man, piss off. So that's nice. I've been around these. I have several friends, at least 3 or 4, if not more, that have these 4200 XLs, and they've been really solid units, particularly the past several years. Like I said, they got to be at least 10 years old, if not closer to 15. So then you've got somewhat of a radio guide page, how to turn it on and what it does. Doesn't look like it's the best, but hey, it's a lot better than it was. Oh, and that's very nice. It's hard to read because it's such a dark copy, but it's actually a picture of the radio. You can see the grab handle up there and your gimbals in each spot, and it tells you what does what. So you don't just have to figure it out. And then you've got safety information, important points to remember, speed control, recycling the battery. Your model is able to use LiPo, blah, blah, blah. Oh, LiPo warnings.
They took all the fun out of it.
All the stuff. So it is still very minimal, right? Tells you how to fill it up, how to turn it on, and what the radio does. But that's miles ahead of where they've been for years. So that's kind of cool, particularly for people that are getting their first one. And this really is a perfect first unit. Like I said, I mean, prices go up and down on these, but for under 2K, you should be able to have it shipped to your door ready to go, right? You just got to go buy some Ace Hardware jack oil. That's what I've used for years. Some people say don't use jack oil, it foams and blah, blah, blah. I've run the shit out of my equipment with it for years and never had a cylinder failure or anything, pump failure, nothing. So this 4200 XL really is a great way to start because you're not dropping 4 or 5K off the bat on your first one. You know, it's 1800, 1700 bucks, whatever it would be, I think. And you're good. And what's Rob saying? So I bought another King Hauler box trailer radio link 16 channel. Pick it up Saturday. Nice. Already built? Ah, Tommy, what's up, buddy? You're right, but you're not right. I actually got this shirt and I'm wearing it on purpose to see who knows what it is. So far, y'all are slackers on your early 2000s-ness, and no one has any idea. I'll see if I can get you a quick view into the box, how far my wires will go. Dylan, man, fuck off. God, this kid. So as you can see, I got it out. There is the right there's the foam cover that goes over the main excavator in the center. I've got the other stuff hiding there and there that covers the radio, or that's the accessory stuff. Radio's right there. And they've changed up the packaging. So I will bust it out up here and let you guys check it out. Done. Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay, I can go. So we've got extra hose, USB that I think has the manual, a thumb drive. But I've actually never plugged one of these in, so I can't say. And then there's your adapter for your radio, I think it is, and your little bottle for filling with oil. These bottles are convenient. Some of the models you actually need to get a small syringe. Like go to Farm and Fleet or something and get a syringe like for animals, and you got to fill them. This one is incredibly easy. So that's your accessory stuff all packed away. And then as is per usual, you get the Fly Sky IS6, as I recall this radio is. But I've never had it nicely wrapped in saran wrap like this before. That's new. Usually they're just in there loosely. So a little bit of extra protection from getting scuffed or anything. Not that you have to worry about that in the box. The packaging for these things is awesome. I always recommend everyone to keep the box and the packaging because it is a great way to store, but in particular transport. Because the semi trucks are much worse for it, but the most damage your equipment and shit's ever gonna get is transporting the damn stuff. It sucks. Jesus. And the saran wrap is actually a giant pain in the ass now because you can't find where they started it. You might just have to bust a knife out and cut it. So this is overkill. Quit putting the saran wrap on it, guys. Never need it, doesn't now. You just made me waste a minute figuring it out. You come with your vine plug right on the radio there. These are very handy radios. They're cheap to replace. They've got 4 channels of mixing, I think. They used to only come with 1, but they've upgraded that. That's what most people don't like, is it doesn't have all the channels of mixing. You know, you can't do 8, 10 mixes. But for all the stuff I have, they work fine. And they're light, they're comfortable, they're easy to use. Fairly easy to navigate the menus and stuff once you get familiar with it. And cheaply replace if it gets dropped or broken, or when you're working in the dirt all the time, these gimbals and these buttons get full of dirt, and like I'll literally take mine and just beat on it, and then okay, it works again, blow it out with the air because it's $60 radio that's pretty damn tough. So who gives a shit, right? It's not a $1,800 crazy one. I can't even think of the name now. I have a couple of those for my other equipment. It's like, yeah, this one's scary. It's expensive. So there's your 2 first things out of the box. Now we fish this out. You give us a nice huge pack of silica gel, so nothing rusts or corrodes. And this is a new thing I've never seen them do either. I'll show you. Come out. They've never previously put them in plastic like this. At least none of mine. Sometimes these things are made and built and shipped in such small batches. There is variations, always, in packaging and everything, depending on who was on shift or how many times they've done it, blah, blah, blah. Now I see both of my lights are unattached on the boom. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if they rattled out during shipping. They never ever put Loctite on any of this shit. Always keep that in mind. Oh, okay. That's not the end of the world. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of hard. Okay, yeah, you guys can see. There's the rod end is right here for the cylinder, and it is not screwed in. But it had to have done that from the factory because they're both captured. They must have done that for shipping purposes. Again, I've never opened one of these or been around one of these when they get opened, so I'm not used to how it comes. And they all vary, and like I said, they change. Lights are definitely not on. I don't see any screws. Let's see if they're in the box. I don't see any screws in the box. So we'll see if I find a bag of screws somewhere. We got some foam here that I'm pulling out that sits between the house and the track to keep it from moving and getting scratched or beat up. So that's nice. They're always packaged great. You never really have to worry about them. Which is nice because the shippers, the box will say fragile and have the arrows saying this way up. And the fucking dicks always set them on end and sideways and shit. You know, God forbid they pay attention to the label on the box. So thanks to the good packaging on that, because I know they see some shit dealing with shippers. Yeah, damn it. Well, that was just a fucking travesty. I just spilled chocolate milk everywhere. All over my shit. So
party foul
right now, Chris, take over. I have to clean. Dylan's covered. Dylan, don't stick it. God damn it. All right, yeah. Everything's fucked. I'm done.
Yep.
For Chris, I'll be back in a while, but I've got dogs shaking. Everything's fucked. I'm gonna see what happens in the next few minutes. I might just cancel.
Don't let him get the chocolate.
Oh, damn it, Dylan. He didn't do anything, so the shirt off. I spilled my chocolate.
Oh man. Oh. Well, I am still just working on this bed assembly while we listen to the poor guy. So I'm mounting a motor in here. It's for the rotation of the crane. Right now I'm just tapping this gear on that I 3D printed. It's kind of a press fit, but it has some set screws in it too. And that'll match up to the, I don't know if you can see the gearing's pretty small on the bottom and side there. That'll match up to that. That spins in there. So it's for the rotation of the crane. That is what I'm working on right now. Also picked up, if you guys want to check it out or have any questions about it. I haven't driven it yet, but also picked up one of the new Hilamans. So got that guy. Haven't got to drive it yet. Looks pretty cool though. Decent sized. I like big RCs, so that's my thing. What else have I worked on? I have piles of stuff everywhere right now. If any of you guys have watched, most of you guys have watched the show enough that I always have stuff working everywhere. So finished up a 24 scale build. I don't know if you guys saw this yet. Borderlands wheel rig. There's the single wheel one, and that is on a very long hold right now. There's the double wheel one. The double wheel one, I'm waiting to get access to my laser again. So my laser's in my classroom. It's summertime. I had to move classrooms. So my laser's not set up in my classroom right now because I have to use it to cut new gears out for the outer rings. So that one's just chilling, waiting for me to get gears on the double wheel Borderlands buggy. The single wheel one's sitting right here next to me. I have not worked on it. I've just had other things going on and haven't worked on it, but I do want to eventually finish that. Along with all my other mini projects. I'm trying not to start anymore. I'm trying to be better, guys. I'm not trying to start new projects. I have a bunch of new things I want to mess with, and I'm like, nope, not going to work on them. There's some stuff I'm working on you guys haven't even seen yet. So. Oh, I need to wash. Speaking of that, I have a very intricate print I'm working on right now. Keep an eyeball on that. So I don't know if I showed you guys this. I got one of the Muse Bronco SCX 24 chassis bodies. Seems pretty cool. It's got this all wrapped up. So, pretty cool little rig. I had the Jeep truck body on it. Can't remember what that was called. So wasn't a fan of the Jeep body, but I like this little guy. So, pretty cool little build. Yeah, that's about it. Everything I have within reach right now. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm not the most fun. I wasn't prepared to show off a bunch of stuff. I have stuff I'm working on, but it's not cool to look at when I'm working on it, really. Yes. It's hard to share me working on it while I'm working on it. You doing okay over there, Nick?
Oh yeah. This is
Just peachy,
just what I wanted to be fucking doing right now.
peachy keen, huh? I'm sorry, buddy. That sucks.
Yeah, it's all right. Such is life. This is what happens when you're doing shit live.
No, I have access to the building. I can go in my classroom and stuff, but it's an absolute disaster right now because I moved rooms, so start setting up my room, and I'm not in any mood to do that yet. And actually, it's not actually my classroom. I was at the elementary school. I'm at the high school now doing auto shop, so I don't have access to that room anymore because it is no longer my room. And there is laser cutters in the wood shop next to me, but that's not my classroom. So until I get to know everybody over there and have a little bit of relationship with them, I probably won't be messing around with those laser cutters. I will have access to one, but not till after school starts. No big deal. Eventually, I want to buy my own. They're just really expensive. So, like all the things I want, toys, tools, everything's expensive. So,
Isn't that the fucking truth?
oh, so anyway, yeah, just
You're all cleaned up,
I
kiddo?
don't know. My ADD brain likes to jump between projects, so it's never a bad thing to have multiple projects going.
Good.
People that like to follow my builds aren't fans of it though,
Well,
because
right now, like, you're not here.
from one thing to another to another. Yeah, I have master keys, Rob. I actually have a master. I can get into any room in the building. I just don't. Spoken rule with classrooms, and I don't know if they have it set up. I don't want to break anything. I mean, I'm familiar with the machines that he has, but not how his classroom's set up. So until I get to know my new colleagues, I'm not gonna step over that line. Oh. I've got so much to worry about with my own classroom right now. Anyway, I'm still figuring out where stuff's in toolboxes and stuff stored. Oh, you got a big old shop, and I don't know where anything's at. So I got my work cut out for me just getting my shop figured out. Oh,
It's going a little faster than I thought, so.
that's good.
Chocolate milk, I want to be careful because I don't want everything reeking like ass in a day from now.
Right. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Boy. Oh, much better. Clearance the hose. See if that works. That's weird, but it should work. Oi. Let's do it. Elamon needs some. Hey, Elamon. There we go. Hey, all right. Oh. Oh. How's everybody's summers going? Everybody having a good summer? Hot over here for us, at least. Mid to high 90s is hot where I'm at. We're cooking. And we had some forest fires, so it was smoky as hell 2 days ago. Or for like 3 days. Finally cleared up yesterday. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's something else I could share with you guys, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, yes. Maintenance and custodians at schools have a long summer fixing the schools before we come back and destroy them again. So you guys don't get enough appreciation for that stuff. All that behind the scenes work you guys do, keeping the schools functioning as best as possible. Oh, hello, Colin. Welcome to the show. We were talking about Nick's heavy equipment that he just got, and he spilled chocolate milk all over it, the ground, and I don't know what else. So he's currently cleaning up chocolate milk so his office doesn't stink when it dries. In the meantime, I'm doing the best that I can to entertain you all. Oh, good contact with that. Yeah. Looks promising. Screws in there, so that's three.
What? Hold on.
Ooh,
Get them back in there. It's okay.
get this thing.
Put some in. So I did.
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna just.
Okay, hold on. It's okay. Go.
If this works. That's cool. I'm excited for this build. This is gonna be pretty rad. Had this CEN F450 for a while and just wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. So I think this is gonna be pretty cool. We get some more function. We can do some cool things. Be fun. Boy. Let's see. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna say. Come up with a cover for one. Oh, why I'm that. Oh, it's cool. I'm excited. How many speakers? You know what's funny, Rob? I don't usually put speakers in my rigs very often. I have a couple rigs that have speakers, so when I travel, I can show stuff off. But most of the ones I end up building, like first run prototype or like fourth version, whatever, production versions. The first production version I throw together, to, like take pictures and show off. I usually end up selling them. I don't usually keep them. If I ever want to throw one in a rig, I can print it and make one real quick. But yeah, I've got a couple. I think I got 3 or 4 rigs that have speakers, but otherwise, my stuff doesn't. It's funny enough. Yeah. Oh, gosh, pieces everywhere. Nope. There. Who's that? It's like, oh, no, this is that. That makes sense. Another one of those vans with the wall speakers in the back. You have an Astro van body, Rob? Is it a 10 scale one? I would actually consider that just because it's an Astro van and it would be cool.
I'm taking care of.
Who made an Astro?
Thank you.
Who made a 10 scale Astro van? Hard body. Never anybody making a 10 hard body 10 scale Astro. So I wonder if I can. I gotta go way out there. I wonder if I can do that. I'll try that. That's it. I have 3 left. 10 scale styrene vacuum formed. I made that H6 with the mold for it. No way. Dude, yes, I would be down for that. 100%. I would. I don't know how quickly I'll get it done. You know how I am with projects. But I am down for that. I will definitely do that, Rob. That would be rad. That would be so rad. Sweet. Yes, please do. That would be super cool. I would do I would be down for that. I'd have to do some crazy paintwork on it though. 90s, like early 90s bright striping, like jagged striping or something, or splatter paint, something crazy with the paint job though. Have to have underglow, like I'd have to go all out. Like just completely off the wall. Obnoxious. Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, for sure. Be so much fun. I'm down, 100% down for that. It'll be like a rolling disco. That would be so cool. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to solder something a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Let's still see. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm soldering something, and Nick is still cleaning up his party fell. So I will try to look back at you as I solder.
Oh. Good. Okay. Fiasco fixed. I'll move this. So now that's out of the way. Okay. Don't have to worry about the house stinking of spoiled milk in 12 hours now. So where were we before the cluster button? Getting this thing out of the plastic. Oh, still some damn chocolate milk on the plastic. Ah. Oh well, I don't care. I'm throwing this plastic away. You don't
missed it.
Huh?
So it looks like Rob might be sending me a Astro van body to do a comp build with. Like
Oh, one of the old Parmas?
No, this is when he molded. It's styrene.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
I am
dope.
down for that.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw all this plastic and bullshit I'll never need again out. So I'll be right back.
Are you on my Facebook page, Rob? Just shoot me a PM on Facebook if you're on my Facebook. Otherwise, my email. I'll put my email in here if you want it. It's just scaleaudiosolutions@gmail. That's my email. And then, yeah, you can shoot me a PM on Facebook. Should let you send it through there. No, I'm jazzed for that. I'm down 100% down.
Okay. All right. Are you at a spot where I can jump back in?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for taking over during my shit show. But it's all cleaned up. The house won't reek now. So, anyways, where I was, I got a hook. I'm gonna have to remove this rod end here to screw into the end of the hydraulic ram.
About ready to.
Mount
It
that
does.
up easy. Couple
Hey.
screws for the lights, so you can't see this side. They will mount right there on either side, and you can pivot them. Whatever, Mark. That's how I live, man. Okay, now at the back, spin around here. This is where your battery and everything lives. There's a little prop rod. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it. There you go. Right there, running up. You can see that holds it up, and then you pop it back. Slams right shut, just like the real engine cover. So that's nice. Oh, there's a switch here. I don't remember that on the old ones, but they've got it all stealth and black rubber, so kind of looks like a little breather or something. So it doesn't ruin the scale effect much. They do not come stickered, but there are people that make them. This is basically close to a Sany real truck. Sany, I don't know what the fuck it is. SANY. My buddy Mike had stickers made. I can't remember who from. And they look perfect. So I'll be getting some of those because they're cheap. And here's the guts. There you go. Battery compartments in there. Your outrunner pump, motor and pump. Motor's back there, pump's right there for your hydraulics. You got adjustable pressure valve there. And then all your other electronics. There's one of the ESCs. There's a whole bunch. You can see the line. So you stuff a battery in there. And easy peasy Japanesey, away you go. The house motor is just a simple brush motor in the center. So if it wears out, it's a cheap, easy fix. No interior on these, but there's people that have 3D print designs. The cab does, well, the door does open. So you grab the bar, you can open it. As you can see, it's all gutted in here, but eventually I'll put some sort of interior and I print one up when I get the printer going. I actually had it turned on last week, powered up, so it's closer. But yeah, so they're super stout units. Over the years, there's been some issues with people having some leaks and other random little stuff. My buddy Scott has one where the tank had some issues, but it's easily remedied stuff with either some rerouting of fresh hose, new connectors, epoxy, things like that. So again, you can't beat these things for the price. What's up, scale size? Yep, these are awesome. Like they're so cheap now. I was saying that I had to get one, under $2,000 for an excavator. You can't beat that shit. And they're tough and reliable. The buckets wear out. The stock bucket wears out relatively quick on all of them I've seen. But I have all the buckets, so I don't care. It'll get me 50 or 100 hours of use. And I move on to other ones. So I guess I can start hooking up the rams and shit like that if we want to go there. I lost half the show to cleaning up chocolate milk, but yeah, well, if you got it when they first released it too, then there is a shit ton of differences from this one to the one you had. I've learned over the years for sure, you never, ever, 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 ever buy anything when it first comes out. Give it at least a year because there's going to be problems with it. There's going to be fuck ups with them, and they're going to not include stuff that will be included in a year from when it comes out. And the price will come down 10 to 25%. So with any of this heavy equipment, when it comes out, it's tempting. I've made the mistake myself a couple times. Don't buy the shit. Give it at least a year, if not 2 or 3. Let them work out any kinks, let them add stickers, let them add lights and sound. Because you just get, and then pay $900 less than you would have a year or 2 earlier. That's always the way to do it. In my opinion, from my experience, the last 10 years with this stuff. uh Mark, this is not for filling the haul truck. I eventually have to get the L2350 for that, or one of the big excavators. 9060, I think it is. Not sure which it will be, but either of those can fill it. Soylent was the manufacturer made the upgrade drives. Okay, I'll see if this drives failing this. Everyone I know who's bought them the last 3 or 4 years has never had a drive fail. So hopefully that's something they've improved on since then, which is usually the case. As you know, they're always updating them and changing them every single batch for the better, which is why I say wait, be patient. You will get a much better unit. So I guess I can dig some tools out and we can get this hydraulic ram sorted. I don't see the screws. Oh, you know what? They're probably in the boom. I'll have to shake
They
it
didn't
around
screw
and
you?
see if they're in.
All right.
No, well, no, they would have come out. I didn't see them in the box. I don't see them anywhere else, but I have plenty of hardware if they're missing. Okay, this is gonna be the big shit. At least 4 mil probably. Oh, nope, it is only 3. All right, so it's a 3 mil, looks like.
That.
Yep. Jesus.
Oh my
Bench
gosh.
is too small.
That's what she said.
Okay, so it's 2 3 mil
We crack
screws on
ourselves
either
up.
side. Are there any bushings in here I gotta watch for?
Okay. Squeeze. Lots of squeeze.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun to reinstall. So there are that's little bronze bushings
Ooh.
on each side of this rod end. Oh, okay, but it's got a pin through it long enough. So that actually, let's see if I can grab where you can see this sliding through. So those bushings actually won't be bad at all to install. Sweet.
Neat.
Okay, you got Rob and Mark asking shit, Chris.
Laughing at me.
Get on it, biatch.
Thank you. Yeah, Rob. I just checked the email I sent you back with my address, dude. That's super awesome of you. Thank you. I'm stoked. I will do well. Does it have an interior? Does it have like a floor plan? Or can we open your microphone? Yeah. Uh-oh, Nick. Looks like a scale size can get you more heavy equipment. You need you need a dealer like you need a hole in the head.
Okay, nice scale size. That's cool. Yeah, I get everything wholesale because I too am a dealer. So I just don't tell people what my wholesale prices are, which is why I can't tell you exactly what this would cost to buy your stuff.
I can't see the holes.
I think if I had to go back to paying map or retail prices for RC, I would probably just quit buying RC. After 15 years of paying wholesale, it would be incredibly hard.
I did for a while when I left the hobby shop.
Hello? You're frozen. Come on, Elsa. Oh, there, you're back.
I'm frozen? Oh, I said it took me a while to get used to buying shit at wholesale when I left the hobby shop. I get it.
You mean retail or map?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I knew what stuff cost. It was like, oh,
Yeah, it's not like the margins are anything spectacular to write home about on RC stuff.
right.
It's still cheap.
But not every little bit helps.
Right? Exactly. Especially when you're buying shit like this. Although actually, the wholesale cut on this kind of shit is less than anything else because it's small.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the margins on that stuff suck.
Yeah, they do.
Usually, the more expensive it is, the worse your margin is.
Yep, you nailed it. Pricier it gets, the less it's worth selling.
Yep. That's the general
Which is
consensus.
why I don't stock any of it. I only do special orders, but most shops won't even do that. You ask them for this shit, they're gonna be like, "Huh? What? Heavy equipment? We can't get that."
Yeah, can I even get that?
We can.
Yeah.
We do on average one a year,
Yeah.
probably for somebody. 8 years ago, 7 years ago, maybe two on average.
Yeah.
There's some years we don't do any, and then there'll be another year where I sell 3 or 4 of them to people. Just depends.
Yeah. Lots of screws.
And thankfully, big shout out to my daughter. She's here. And she took Dylan, because unfortunately, poor Dylan, it was my fault. He didn't do it. When I knocked the chocolate milk cup over, it was completely full. I just made it for the show, and it soaked him. Poor bastard was just standing there dripping chocolate milk. So she was in the shower. So I yelled, I'm like, here, take this dog and throw him in the shower with you and clean him up, both of them. He's like, what happened? I'm like, chaos. Just get it done, please. And she did, like a trooper.
Talking about getting bombed in the shower, just trying to enjoy your shower and relax. Here's a
All of a
Doberman.
sudden, Dad throws the door open real quick, looking the other way, and throws the Doberman in and closes it. Clean him up, please. What's going on?
What did you do?
Butterfingered. There we go. Actually, putting this back together is super easy with the way they did that pin and everything, even with the bushing, so that's nice. From what I've seen of my buddies dicking around, taking stuff apart, wrenching on theirs, these are nice, really simple, easy units. Knock on wood. Go. And now I can start applying the Loctite as I do this stuff.
I think for every like RC thing you're into, like crawling or flying or heavy construction, you should have one or two that are just like you go out and you just beat on it, you don't care, and you have fun.
Ironically, for crawlers, that's my ripper. It's my beater. Because I know it's gonna take it.
Okay, cool. And thank you again,
Watching
Rob.
people cry when I'm doing it at
genuinely
events is
so.
hilarious. What's up, Sean? How's it going? I know, right, Mike? But he got cleaned up. He's all good. Oh yeah, no one's gonna stock or order 114 stuff at 99% of shops. Oh, you get bulk. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, and shipping is key too. Like I usually get pretty cheap shipping prices. 10 mine trucks. Like the big mining truck like I've got, the 797. Holy shit. 5 frog deer hose. Nice, man. That's cool stuff. Uh, you got a website or an email or something? If you do, definitely send me that shit. Because I've got most all the equipment I need, but there's definitely still at least 3 or 4 pieces left I gotta get. Of big shit to match my 797 that I ride in. Okay, let me go grab a paper towel to clean this up. And we're good. Okay, clean that Loctite up. And there we go. It's ready to go. After the evening I've had doing this, I really didn't feel like filling it with oil. And plugging it in and all that. I'll do that later because usually that goes nice and quick and smooth. But once in a blue moon, they do take forever to bleed and shit will fuck with you. I don't want to feel like that. Oh, the 120th mine truck. Yep. My buddy Jeremy has one of those. That one's cool. But all my shit's 114th, so that's what I stick to. I really want to get the 2350 and possibly the Cat 9060, I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember who makes either one. right now. Frank's had both of them. That's where I've run them from, is Frank's stuff. But they do really well to fill my giant ass truck. 6015. Thank you, Mark. That's it. I don't know why I kept thinking 9060. Maybe that's the that might be the front shovel that I was looking at. I don't know. I don't keep up with all these goddamn numbers on the equipment because I don't deal with it every day. So I get them wrong all the time. Yeah, 6015. Yeah, that is the front shovel, right? That's what I was thinking about. My buddy Scott and I were talking about building one. You had to replace the drive one on the Lisa 347. It was a pain in the ass. Yeah. I don't know, man. I used I think it was Ed's, no, Ken's front shovel a couple of years ago at Cabin Fever. And like give me 5 minutes to get back in the groove of things and I can run an excavator like a champ, right? But that front shovel, I must have messed with Ken's for 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, man, I can't get a fucking solid scoop or anything to beat hell on this. I don't know what it is with the front shovel, and I did not get along. Check all my lines and fittings here, make sure nothing looks like it's loose or popped off. Always good to inspect that shit because it will jiggle and loosen up. But all my fittings, yep, all tight. I don't see any lines that look cracked or torn or messed up. Tracks look good. Yep, she should be all square to run. But I'll get to that later because I'm still a little flabbergasted, flustered from the chocolate milk, 18 ounces of chocolate milk spilling everywhere. And poor Dylan, I'm sure the kiddo had fun giving him a shower because he hates getting a bath or in the shower. Absolutely hates it. So that was probably a riot for her. Oh, I don't want 1/7, man. Like those giant ones are cool. But yeah, Frank gets a lot of his shit through Clio. Um yeah, Charles has a shit ton now. But yeah, they're discontinuing it, huh? Shit. I like the 2350. I only used Frank's. Well, now it's Charles's. But it had tons of power and moved some serious dirt and would fill the mining truck, I think, in like 4 or 5 full scoops. So that was nice. 1/7, 1/8 stuff, 1/10 stuff. It's just too big, too heavy for me. I don't give a shit about it. I like 1/14. That's what I stick to. Yeah, I bet it does. It's ridiculously huge. Charles has some of that big shit and it's massive. The freaking pebble will stop it. That sucks. My 14th scale mine truck goes through some shit over roots and rocks and all that. Won't fit in the Subaru. Oh, it'll fit in the Subaru for sure. But that's not what I'm worried about. It's lifting it and manhandling it, and the fact that it doesn't match all my other shit. Rob, I wish I could justify the price of construction equipment. I never use it. I don't know why I keep buying semis to go to one event a year. 590 pounds and those true pneumatic tires. On which one are you talking about?
I guess RC every day. RC every day is at his first event right now.
Yeah, in Waco.
Yeah, he's
that
in
was
his
this
first little-
weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Once you get it, like you can burn 8, 10 hours sitting running this shit. No problem. I can't really by myself. I've been doing RC so long that just to go out and run an RC by myself, I'm bored in like 5 minutes. Flying, I can still go out and fly by myself for like a half hour, fly a few different planes and have a really good time. Because flying, you're focused on the plane. But like with the equipment, the semis, race cars, bashers, if I go out by myself after 5 minutes, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And I put it down. Now if I'm with friends, that's when I'm having a blast. And this stuff I can actually stay entertained probably for like a half hour by myself, maybe even an hour. But with buddies, shit, I can lose a whole day easier than anything. And you have no idea. Like you're sitting there like, oh, what's it been? 2.5 hours? No, 9. What?
Yeah.
Like I thought it looked like it was getting dark. Shit, you know. You only run your stuff at cabin? Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, and that's different, Rob. If you're driving around with your grandson, you're running around having fun with the grandkid. That's a whole different deal, you know?
Yep.
Case of hard siren, you can stay up till 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Shit. That's panty waste hours still. I'll stay up till 6. I mean, you gotta have 5 a.m. gunshots, you know? But yeah, so I'm thrilled. Another one to the collection. You can never have too many. They're like Lay's potato chips. Yeah, the big shit
Never
is
have
super
too many.
practical for like garden and flower bed projects. The Scales Eye says only thing I like about the big shit is garden and flower bed projects. They will actually dig virgin ground, so make one-to-one projects easy. See, all this shit has dug virgin ground for me. We dug over a foot deep trench for tiling at my old house through the sod and everything. No problem at all. But, you know, it took way longer than it took a whole weekend. Whereas if you got that 1/7 excavator, you're out there, it's probably like 2, 3 hours, you know, and you're done. But it was a lot of fun. And that's what the mining truck here now, I got to get it charged up. I got that giant ass battery that's AGM deep cycle. So it takes like 12, 16 hours to fully charge it, right? At least. So I got to get that charged up, but that's just a fucking remote control wheelbarrow for around the ranch here. You know, I can load all kinds of shit up in there and just drive it around. As long as it's not too wet. In the rainy season, that might get a little suspect and it'll start getting buried in the mud, and then I'm fucked because I got to figure out how to move 600 pounds of shit. Uh, but yeah, I guess probably call it 114 scratches virgin. That sucks. Everywhere I've been on the East Coast, we don't have a problem. Which is nice. The clay in like Georgia and some of those places gets a little rough, but you can get through it. But yeah, if you're in like that desert or rock shit that's just packed to the fucking and no end, then yeah, that would be a bitch. But I don't have to deal with that. So I think I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter. Sorry about the shit show and the chaos, but you know, when you're live, that stuff happens. I need to make another chocolate milk now because mine all went on the dog and the floor. Um, I saved the box. Thankfully, they put a lot of tape around the edges and shit, and it didn't get too much into the foam around the box. So I'm not gonna have a sour milk smelling box for the next 3 years. Thank you. Little bit in the drawers and stuff on the tool bench right at the very edge, but I got all that and Lysol wiped it down, so recovered. And you guys were patient. Chris got to show you some cool shit it sounded like from what I could hear while cleaning. And we will see you next week, hopefully with no calamities. Baking in the sun. Yeah, right.
Maybe a little clever.
I've got a barn, Mark, with fans. It's 70 degrees in there. I don't worry about it. This Texas shit messes them up. Yeah, it gets pretty stout in parts of Texas too. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'm gonna go make another chocolate milk and kick it with my kiddo. And I'll fill this up and dick with it later, maybe next week, or we might get into building axles or back on the 10-4 shit next week. So thanks for stopping in, everybody, dealing with the chaos. Peace.
Yep. See you later.